Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to do a pick a pile style reading, and the focus is going to be what is your nervous system trying to communicate with you. The nervous system is such an important thing to pay attention to because in a sense, it is like the framework of how we exist, how we process stimuli and information, how we process and experience emotions, and how we connect with the world. It's a bridge between inner and outer worlds and the mind and emotions and all sorts of things. So I'm gonna be using, I have three piles that I just sorted here. Here I'm gonna go like this here. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And I'm using the polyvagal card deck. So let me just read the back for you. Grouped into 4 areas representing 3 sections of the autonomic hierarchy, ventral, sympathetic, and dorsal, as well as a bonus section exploring play, stillness, and change, the cards provide nervous system support in your pocket. And we have categories of ventral, sympathetic, dorsal, relational, and bonus. And so each of these cards is grouped into a different category, like this one's ventral, this one's dorsal, and then on the backs of the cards, it gives you different prompts, and it describes a concept that's related to this aspect of the nervous system, and gives you a prompt to kind of process this concept. Some of the concepts are prompts to inspire or uplift or energize you, and some of the prompts are a little deeper, more tender, more emotional to help you understand the way that you process things, the way that your nervous system is, and kind of what kind of state that you're in. So yeah, that's what these cards are about. So each pile has a different card. Pile 1 has a card about the ventral system, and the concept is awe-inspiring. And then the oracle cards for clarification on this card are what reminds me I'm free, liberate, and pearl, respect, prestige, and self-control. So that's pile 1. Pile 2 is a dorsal card with the concept widen the lens, adjust the focus. So this could have to do with sight, clarity, perception, and focus. And then the clarifying oracle cards I have for this one are work with what is mine for the doing. So this could have to do with, figuring out what to focus on in terms of your line of work or what you are called to do, your mission. And then we have the amber card, empowerment, healing, and letting go. Okay, and then pile 3, the category for this card is ventral, and the concept is glimmers. So this is like looking for little moments of hope. And I've heard it described as like the opposite of a trigger. So it's like a trigger is like a thing that causes us to have an uncanny, uncomfortable reaction. And so this is like paying attention to the positive things. Yep. Butter is walking through. And then the clarification cards I have for these, we have stalk with the mountain lion. Is my pursuit both honorable and focused? And then we have stibnite, the crystal card, and the keywords are programming, reborn, and explosive power. So it's pretty powerful. So that's that. And I'm going to let you choose your piles, and I'll put the timestamps in the description or in the comments, so just check either one to see. But we're going to just jump into pile 1. And yes, so welcome to pile 1. I'm just going to pause this real quick. Okay, we are unpaused. I have my ambiance sounds running in the background. Okay, so pile 1, if you chose this pile, again, these are your cards. We have a ventral card with the prompt awe-inspiring, which I'll read more in a minute. The liberate card, what reminds me I'm free, and represented by the prairie smoke plant, if that's significant. And then the pearl card, Keywords being respect, prestige, and self-control. So I'm just going to read this card for you. This has practices or prompts that you could find useful for whatever it is that you're going through and whatever it is that your nervous system is trying to communicate to you. This could hold a key to healing or to more cohesion, more connection internally. The concept. It says, awe is a state of wonder, curiosity, reverence, and deep appreciation. In a moment of awe, we feel both small and connected to something much larger than ourselves, and this transforms how we experience the world. We experience awe in both extraordinary and ordinary moments, and can deepen our sense of well-being by learning to notice the everyday moments of awe all around us. The prompts. Number 1 is revisit a time when you experienced a moment of awe so extraordinary that it stopped you in your tracks. Number 2, consider your everyday awe experiences. Art, music, and the natural world regularly offer moments of awe. Get to know the cues from your body and mind that you are experiencing a moment of everyday awe. Watch for ordinary moments. Number 3, watch for ordinary moments of awe as you move through your daily routine. And number 4, find your awe environments, places you can easily return to and experience a moment of awe, and visit them regularly. And the tip, record your awe experiences to identify the predictable moments of awe you can recreate and to appreciate the unexpected ones. So this is speaking to awe and inspiration and putting yourself in situations where you feel awe-inspired. And sorry, I have a bit of eczema. I know I don't need to apologize for that, but it's just very much here, and I am, aware of it. Anyway, so, and then with the Liberate card, I feel like something that your nervous system could be telling you is that you need, or what could be good for you right now, is to feel a sense of inspiration and appreciation for beauty, and it will help you feel free. It will free up space in your mind, space in your psyche, in your soma, in your body, to be available, to be present. And then with the Pearl card, we have respect, prestige, and self-control. And I don't know exactly what this is saying, so I'm going to go into the book here and read this Pearl card. And I'm going to pull a couple tarot cards just to get some clarity on all this stuff. The Prosperous Learner is the title for the Pearl card. Okay, so 89. All right, so Pearl says, I am Pearl, composed of calcium carbonate, mainly aragonite and calcite, and I bring respect and prestige into your life. I'm not actually a stone, but I'm still considered a gem. In this image, I am balanced on the head of the baby giraffe and in the background. You have chosen this card because you need to develop self-worth. Interestingly enough, I also come from humble beginnings. I start as a grain of sand that finds its way into a species of mollusk. As a defense mechanism, the mollusk secretes a fluid to coat me. Layer upon layer builds up until I look like I do in this image, lustrous and radiant. Some think me an intruder, an irritant, but sometimes you must go through annoying life lessons to evolve into something extraordinary. This process has made me a symbol of wisdom gained through experience. Maybe this is why I have become a silent uniform of sorts for strong and powerful women. You play a more significant role in the theater of life than you realize. When you perform here with total abandon and passion, and learn to honor and understand your emotions, you can easily attract the prosperity you so want. Wearing me will also help you have more self-control, patience, and a heart-based view of life. And actually in Ayurveda, in Jyotish, there are certain gems recommended to wear for specific properties that help complement whatever natal energies are in your chart, and pearls are known in Jyotish to be soothing for the heart. And Jyotish is just Vedic astrology. Joining our journey are a family of giraffes, 2 red roses, 2 dragonflies, 2 butterflies, a full moon, and a tall building. Giraffes are affectionate, gentle, and visionary creatures. Their long necks allow them to connect with the heavens while their feet stay firmly planted on the ground. Their advice is to gain a higher perspective before making any major decisions. See the big picture and don't get lost in small details. I enjoy balancing on the little giraffe's crown chakra. This position creates a spiritual connection with Source, God, higher self, etc., reminding you that you have loving galactic parents. Since no two giraffes have the same patterns, they teach you to embrace what makes you you. Oscar Wilde said it best, be yourself, everyone else is already taken. The 2 roses held by the adult giraffes signify a deep love for family. They teach you that when you stay connected with your family and community, you grow in emotional strength and well-being. The 2 dragonflies have the ability to see their world from different angles. They allow you to see through life's illusions and trust your natural intuitive abilities. Do not limit yourself. Try new techniques and ideologies when dealing with any challenging situation. 2 butterflies, 1 blue and 1 orange.
Lovely to meet you.
You know how sometimes you're like just existing and technology talks to you and thinks that you're talking to it? That just happened. And it said, hi, nice to meet you. Okay, anyway. Yeah. The 2 dragonflies have the ability to see their world from different angles. They allow you to see through life's illusions and trust your natural intuitive abilities. Do not limit yourself. Try new techniques and ideologies when dealing with any challenging situation. Okay, that's where we left off. 2 butterflies, 1 blue and 1 orange, complementary colors, are attracted to my light. I believe these delicate beings have the ability to cross the veil between this dimension and the next. That's why they are popularly thought to symbolize change, rebirth, and even a person's essence or soul. These 2 butterflies are soulmates because they complement each other so well. When butterflies appear in your life, be prepared for a gradual but steady change. Stand firm and tall, like the building, during the process, and know that I, Pearl, and the full moon will guide you to the light of status and success. So there were a lot of messages in here. A lot. So overall, I feel like this is just encouraging you to look for moments that inspire you and take hints from what you naturally are attracted to and who you naturally are. You might have really unique interests that you can connect with other people over, or maybe you don't know too many people who are interested in kind of the same things that you are. But that was just one thing that's coming through with the message in here about uniqueness and originality and kind of being who you are. I take that as a nod to, in combination with this awe-inspiring card and the liberation card, to pursue something that interests you and something that is uniquely interesting to you. Like, you might have a very specific interest that maybe you don't see readily available or accessible or like openly talked about, or is something that's not very common. But whatever it is, you're being suggested to just reconnect with that. And then I'm going to get some tarot cards from this mindset. You know what? I don't know if I want to use this deck or this deck. I think I'm going to use this one. Okay, that's the day that the lid falls off. Today's the day. That was the moment. It just happened. Okay, so I'm gonna just ask the question again. What is your nervous system trying to tell you here? Okay, the 3 of Swords. So this represents the energy of shock and abrupt change, sudden change, like having the rug ripped out from underneath your feet. What is your nervous system trying to tell you? 2 of Pentacles. What is your nervous system trying to tell you? 10 of Wands. You might feel weighed down by something, or unable to move past something, stuck on something, or like you're at the end of something. What is your nervous, or you might be, you might actually be having a past experience where that energy is revisiting you. What is your nervous system asking you? And okay, we have the Sun. So yeah, I feel like you have moved past whatever that past situation is, but maybe like traces of it are coming up for you. And the star on the bottom. Yeah. So it's like, I feel like you went through something where your past trauma or whatever it is that you had to give up or choose between, or whatever you lost, or whatever made you feel compromised or robbed in any kind of way in the past, has driven your vision of both who you are and how you imagine having fulfillment, or how you imagine going towards what it is that you really want. And yeah, you're in a more confident, kind of clear place now. But I still don't know what your nervous system is trying to tell you. Why did these cards come up? Why did the awe-inspiring card come up? Why are you being reminded to create experiences of awe? Why is that coming up? Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Cups reversed and pointing at the other cards in a weird way. Okay, so there's something here about you're being asked to reconnect with your sense of awe, because there's a message here for you about your happiness, your fulfillment, and the fulfillment of your deepest dreams and desires and wishes, and where that comes from, and how you connect with this and how you source this energy. There's like a revival, a re-empowerment of your own happiness. You could have had an experience in the past where it's like your vitality, your dreams, your life force energy, the pursuit of your dreams and goals and wishes. You could have had an experience in the past where that energy felt like it was maybe robbed from you somehow, or distorted by a past trauma, or by a loss, or by this feeling of being trapped between a rock and a hard place. And so right now it's like almost like you're having a new opportunity to rediscover your intrinsic, like, okay, so we have self-respect and freedom through an experience of awe. So it's like you have an opportunity right now to reinvigorate your sense of confidence and self-worth, and to know and have the experience that your sense of happiness and your fulfillment comes from a part of you that nothing and nobody can touch. So it's like something may have come up recently for you that triggered this past trauma or something, and it made you feel stifled for a second. Maybe you felt set back or a little weaker, or something happened where your core felt shaken a little bit. And the thing that's shaking is not your core. The thing that's shaking is the structures underneath and around that thing in the middle. Because the thing in the middle and at the very, very center, God, the truth, your soul, your spirit, that is constant. That is always the same. It's always solid and stable. It's always love. It's pure love. It's an unmoving center. So it's like you're having this opportunity or this moment where maybe you do feel a little bit more insecure. Maybe you do feel a little bit more trapped and a little bit more confused as to how you can connect with this sense that you are already familiar with of liberation, awe, inspiration, etc. And that is giving you an opportunity to rebuild the structures, the foundations upon which your sense of happiness and fulfillment are resting. Okay, so that's pretty powerful. Okay, I'm gonna pull like one more card on a practical bit of advice. What is a way? Okay, let me put these cards back. how should we close this out? We have the Princess of Wands. So I think this is just reminding you that you are, it's like, okay, so when this card flipped out, it flipped over and then it got sandwiched between other cards. And part of the way that I read is I read not only the, value of the face of the cards, but the way that they physically move, the way that they fall, the way that they flow out of the deck or don't flow. Sometimes they're stickier. But this getting trapped between other cards it gave me the message that you don't have to try to be this confident, bright, vibrant character because you already are. And you should be reminded that you have this fearlessness might not be the word, but this like confidence and this intrinsic value and worth in you already, and you don't need to do anything to be a shining star. You don't need to do anything to be a bright person. It's like that is who you are, and your actions are a consequence or a reflection of who you are. And it's okay if you don't have energy to make big moves right now or to give too much. It doesn't mean that you're not still this type of person. So yeah, this is just kind of saying, remember who you are. Okay, so that is pile number 1. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you want to book a personal reading with me, I do all kinds of different tarot readings, super thorough, super in-depth. Happy to address anything that you would like support in, and you can check the description for information in all of my offerings. And I'm going to jump into pile 2. Hi, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So the 3 cards that we have today are a dorsal card with the concept, widen the lens, adjust the focus. And I'm going to read this card to you. The concept right here says, it's hard to see beyond the sense of hopelessness that accompanies the pull into dorsal. Thoughts and feelings are ones of disconnection. Our bodies feel numb and empty, and actions come from a place of feeling drained. We are stuck in a survival story, and the world feels out of focus. We can intentionally widen the lens and bring the world into focus to see beyond the limits of that perspective. The prompt: with a camera, it's easy to zoom in and out. You decide how much to include in the frame and can easily experiment with changing the view. When you stop at a certain distance, autofocus senses the change and automatically adjusts the image. Imagine you are looking at a dorsal moment from close up and then slowly zoom out. Make changes in the frame and notice what else comes into view. After each change, wait for the scene to come into focus. Tip: predictable changes happen as you zoom out. Track them and see how wide to make your lens to begin to return to connection. So you could have had an experience recently, or you could be going through something currently. You know what's funny? I tend to trip on my words a lot more when I drink caffeine, and I was having some sips of matcha earlier today, and that's totally what's going on in my brain. So I apologize for my language word trip-ups. So you could have had an experience recently where something upsetting or traumatic or disorienting or ungrounding happened, and you are being prompted to find a way back to connection. Okay, and part of this challenge for you could be illuminated by this question of what is mine for the doing, represented by the prairie mound ant and the word work. So you could be going through something where you were like some responsibility that's not yours was imposed upon you. You may have felt weighed down or disconnected from yourself or from your view of reality or your focus of reality, mixed in with this some entangled emotions or beliefs or thoughts about what really is your responsibility. You could be feeling a sense of disillusionment about responsibilities, personal responsibilities. What's yours? What belongs to you? What should you carry and what should you let go? Okay, and now letting go is one of the key words on this card. Amber, empowerment, healing, and letting go. So yeah, exactly that. I'm going to pull some tarot cards just to get some clarity on what it is that your nervous system is actually trying to tell you. What does your nervous system want to tell you right now? Seven of Wands. So someone or some energy, you or some supportive force around you is feeling very strong right now and feeling very supportive. You could be surrounded by support. You could have people cheering for you. You could be feeling a very strong sense of belief in yourself. What is your nervous system trying to tell you? Your nervous system is trying to tell you that it's okay to communicate and it's okay to deliver the message. And it will empower you to go forward and deliver the message, because this card is about being a messenger. What is your nervous system trying to tell you? What's the message? Your nervous system is trying to assure you that it's okay to be very crystal clear about your focus. It's kind of funny because the energy that's coming with these three tarot cards, the Seven of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Wands, is like you're being encouraged to go deliver a message, and you're being told that communicating this message is going to be empowering for you and bring victory and success to you. And it's going to help expedite the fulfillment of whatever needs you have. The Eight of Wands is kind of like, the image I get is like a red carpet rolling out before you. You're just walking and then the carpet rolls out and then you're all of a sudden on the carpet and you got all these paparazzi and all these people in love with you and all these people just basically showering you with admiration and support and, you know, etc. But the Eight of Wands is like things moving quickly, things happening, things coming to your aid. Okay. So I think this is encouraging you to, like, pardon these words if they're a little harsh, but like cut the shit and like dive into what it is that you want to do. Like, you're already clear about something. There's already conviction about something. So this is saying, it's okay, do it, go, like go off and do it, go start it. Okay, and then let's get another clarification of, yeah, the Magician. Yeah, go do it, go do it, go do it, go do it. This is the archetype of the space between willing and having. Okay, so this represents manifestation, and if there's a will, there's a way, and yeah, making things happen. Okay, so what is blocking your ability to see clearly and to direct your energy clearly? What is creating a challenge around clearly administering your energy? You could be feeling emotional about a transition, or you could be feeling like in your heart of hearts, you're having a very strong intuition about some situation, whether it's a relationship, a behavior, an environment, anything, any kind of situation. You are having a strong pull away from that thing, and the emotionality, the bigness of the emotions, and the depth of it is kind of taking up more bandwidth, and that could speak to the major cards that we got with adjusting the focus. Like you might be, okay, actually let's just get clarity on what this Princess of Cups energy is emotional about. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. So this is juicy and exciting. Okay, so you could be in a situation where your relationship with God and your faith and the phase that you are in your life right now with the Judgment card, and your established sense of faith and security, like this gives me like church or temple vibes, and like faith. This gives me faith vibes. Ten of Pentacles is security, domestic bliss, having fulfillment, like having your resources, having everything. And then the Judgment relates to God and change and transformation and like moving between really significant life stages and phases. And then with the Five of Wands, you could have a situation, again, whether it's with a person or an environment or an institution or behaviors or beliefs or anything, a situation where your established sense of faith, your established sense of comfort in the way that things have been changing in the past, your established sense of comfort in the way that your life ebbs and flows, like you've come to know and learn certain arcs of the way that your life moves, and something about that is in conflict with someone else's value system or with your value system, and you're feeling called to something. I don't know what it is. You're feeling called to something. You know something. You have an intuition about something, and it could be about your faith. It could be about the institutions or establishments that you're putting your energy into. You feel some intuitive information about whatever that is, and so it's causing you to move away from something. And that's creating change. It's creating a conflict. Okay, so you might be subconsciously taking on responsibilities that are not yours. You might be subconsciously getting siphoned into this sense of hopelessness or this sense of destruction or this sense of like powerlessness or loss of some sort. And you're being presented an opportunity to get clear on what it is that you need to let go of through this situation. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to get some final cards or a card of advice on how to navigate this moment. The Wheel of Fortune. This is saying let things change, and the phrase "it's a toss-up" is coming to mind. So it's a toss-up. You could be deciding between major life paths. You might not know exactly what you are going to choose. The Wheel of Fortune came out upside down, so this is saying release your expectations, but the phrase "it's a toss-up" is coming through. So it's like, yeah, things are changing, but, the message that's coming through actually, or the visual that I'm getting is, like on the internet sometimes if you, like there are these like ads for discounts and you can click on a wheel or even just like spin a wheel and it's divided like a pie, and then whatever pie slice the ticker lands on is like the discount you get or the bonus you get or something. So with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and the phrase "it's a toss-up" coming out, it's like I kind of feel like you have more power and control in this changing situation than you maybe realize, or maybe you do realize it, but the energy that's coming through is a word of caution or advice saying like, allow the wheel to spin as many times as it needs to before it lands on something that actually supports you in going where you're trying to go. So it's not like you have to throw away your power to fate, so to speak, and you need to just surrender to like whatever comes your way and take the opportunity that comes. You don't need to do anything that's not of service to you and that doesn't serve you. And the energy that I get just with the way that this card came up is that there might be a few cycles. Like, you might need to be more patient than you know. Like, you might need to wait a longer time or spend more time than you want, or it's not really what I'm trying to say. It's hard to explain this into words, but I feel like what's going to happen is there's going to be a few options that pass you by before you decide on something. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, take your time picking your options. That's okay. Yeah. Any other bits of advice? Okay. Yeah. Take your time. Take your time. 7 of Swords. This is like lack of clarity, deception. You're probably going to go through a couple cycles where you feel unsure and you get like this energy that you're working through kind of gets really loud or really intense to process or really heavy. So you're going to need to give yourself time and space to see through what's actually going on. So just be patient, and let's get one more. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And the way this one fell out, which was very weird and interesting, is it slowly fell down and landed between me and the table, and it got caught, and it was like almost like a shield on my heart. Like, it just landed right here. So I literally feel like somebody or something is going to be presenting itself to you. So it's like to reward your discernment and your discernment. You're being provided an opportunity that actually is perfect. It actually does feel perfect. And it could literally be someone coming to help you and to give you something, to serve you something. It could be someone coming forward to help you organize something or plan something and actually execute the idea, the action, or whatever. But the energy with this one overall was, you're going to be rewarded for your discernment. So just stay discerning and you will be served. You will be served for being discerning, because you're not jumping on the next thing per se. Like, you're willing to hold out until the thing that really helps you build that long-term, goal and vision. You're waiting for that thing that is in perfect harmony to come to you so you can spend your energy. So it's like, yeah, you might be waiting a while to find the perfect opportunity, but once it comes, it's going to make itself so obvious to you. It's going to just serve itself to you. It's going to give itself to you. It's going to give itself away to you because you waited for it and you held out for specifically that thing. And you're saving your energy for that. You're being smart and you're being conservative with your energy. So that is your reading. I hope that this served you. Leave a like and a comment if this resonated. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, I do all kinds of tarot readings. The information for all of my offerings is in the description below, so please check that out. Send me a message if you want to work with me. And I'll see you in the next one. Hi, pile number 3, my final pile. If you pick this pile, this is what your nervous system is trying to tell you. And for our 3 major cards, our first card, we have a ventral card. And the prompt here is glimmers, so I'm going to read this to you. The concept says, glimmers are the micro moments of ventral experience that routinely appear in everyday life, yet frequently go unnoticed. A glimmer could be seeing a friendly face, hearing a soothing sound, or noticing something in the environment that makes you smile. Glimmers are easily overlooked because the human brain is wired to pay more attention to negative events than to positive ones. But once we learn to notice glimmers, we find they are all around us and we begin to look for more. So immediately I was feeling that pile 1 might actually be resonant with you as well, because for pile 1, we got the awe-inspiring card, and it was also a ventral card. So this is also speaking to focusing on beauty and on glimmers. And then pile 2 might also resonate with you, because it talks about focus, mirroring the focus, and this also involves a lot of focus and focusing on the glimmers. But the prompts for this card are: number 1, identify glimmer cues. What happens in your body that lets you know you are in a glimmer moment? What do you feel, think, or do? Number 2, use your cues to recognize glimmers as you move through your day. Number 3, survey your environment and intentionally look for glimmers. Number 4, identify the places and times where glimmers routinely appear and make a habit of returning. And number 5, set an intention. Did I say 5 or 4? I don't even know. I'm sorry. Set an intention to be open to finding unexpected glimmers. And a tip is keep a glimmer journal. Identify the predictable times and places you find a glimmer and also write about the unexpected moments. Okay, here we go. And then the clarifying oracle cards are: Stalk with the mountain lion. Is my pursuit both honorable and focused? Okay, so right away I think of like shiny things, and with the glimmer things, it's like, what are you focusing on and what is actually bringing you happiness, satisfaction, fulfillment, and that glimmering sense, and what is appearing to be a specific way, but it's not really the thing. Like, it's not really something with substance. It's just something shiny or tempting or, whatever. And then we have the crystal card of Stibnite with the keywords programming, reborn, and explosive power. Okay, slap. So that's going to be powerful. Now I'm going to pull some tarot cards on what your nervous system is trying to tell you. What is your nervous system trying to tell you? I want to say, what is your nervous system trying to tell you about this mountain lion card? Is my pursuit both honorable and focused? What is the pursuit? Pursuit is something that you've been working really hard on, the Seven of Pentacles, something you've been putting a lot of energy, focus, and attention into. What is the pursuit? Five of Swords. Okay, well, I don't know if this is relevant. Either it's part of what you've been actively doing or an energy in your periphery, in your field. But this is a card of like arguments and strife and a clash of values, a clash of beliefs or ideas. So you could be navigating conflicting beliefs or ideas. What is your pursuit? And this could be conscious or subconscious, by the way. We have the Six of Wands. So it's like you're trying to win. You're trying to win, but you kind of are winning. Like, you know you're a winner, and you are a winner. Like, you are successful. You are right. Like, whatever it is that you feel this conviction in your heart about, it's like you're on top with that. And that doesn't mean that, people need to know that you're right all the time. It's like that's kind of not always the point. What is the pursuit in question? Okay, this is beside the point, but the Princess of Cups coming out reversed is like, you could be confused. You could be feeling confused right now. Like your intuition or your emotions are not quite making full on sense. I'm going to leave this to the side and then pull some cards about what is your nervous system trying to tell you. Right away, the Magician came out. I feel a very confused energy. The Eight of Wands, the Princess of Pentacles. Well, you are very clear on something that you are pursuing, and you have a lot of energy to pursue it. A lot of energy, stamina, and it's almost like you have this intuitive knowing of what you're supposed to do. Like your body almost knows what to do, and for some people, I feel like you could be like a dancer or some kind of artist with your body, where your body just knows what to do. And your body just automatically gets into this very intuitive state where it's like you are able to express universes through what you actively do through your actions. You are physically, somatically very intuitive. Like your body is very intelligent, and you trust it, and you have a very clear relationship with it, and you use it to inform you of what to do. You are good at taking things steadily and building things, and you're pretty efficient. You're pretty good. You could be a very, very supportive, helpful kind of friend or person, or you could play like a supportive role when it comes to like creating something. For some reason, I feel like you could be like a project director or a choreographer or some kind of director or something like that. And then also, yeah, just with the explosive power part. Yeah. Okay. What is your nervous system trying to tell you here? We have the Queen of Cups as well. Okay, so 5 of Swords again, 6 of Wands again, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so, my pursuit. There's, okay. Actually, pursuit. Okay, let me just ask another question. Where is this conflicted energy coming from? What are you conflicted with? 8 of Swords. This is really weird. What was that? 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so you are on fire. You are growing a lot from something. You were in a place once upon a time, or in a moment, where some severe anxiety or a sense of lack of control, or okay, this card literally says Lord of Shortened Force, and energetically the 8 of Air, the 8 of Swords, the 8 and the air together represent movement that is so erratic that it's out of control. And so this reflects through our human experience. It reflects through anxiety oftentimes, and spreading yourself thin. So there could have been a moment where it's like you lost your marbles for a second. Things just like, they escaped from you. It was scary. It was uncomfortable. It was jarring. It was disorienting. It was may have made you angry a little bit, with the 5 of Swords and the 6 of Wands coming out literally twice in a row, and the Queen of Cups reversed. Like first we had okay, never mind. But after the 8 of Swords, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Sun, and the 3 of Wands. So it's like, I feel like after whatever thing, for some reason I'm feeling so confused. I don't know what you're going through or where this is coming from, but it's maybe you just went through something that was so jarring and so disorienting, and it's just like, what the heck? Like, what even on earth can I make of this? But you moved forward. You created a new start for yourself, and you did shine. You continued to shine. You didn't let whatever happened turn your inner light off, and you began to see a greater perspective of whatever the thing at question is, the thing at play is. And as far as what your nervous system is trying to tell you, these cards came out again, the 5 of Swords and the 6 of Wands. So, this could be represented by or as like your personal power and sense of victory and success returning to you after some kind of strife or argument or whatever. And the Queen of Cups, it's almost as if you're dealing with this feeling of disorientation or a loss of self, or like a confusion of your intuition after this conflict, because this energy, if you stay in this energy for too long, it can be really conflicting, and it can be really disorienting, because it's like, fighting. It's just fighting. If this was internalized, it would be like a fight with yourself. So you either were in a fight with yourself or in a fight with someone else or in a conflict of values that you never gave up on. And you were connected with your intuition, but for some reason it was not reflected back to you and you felt kind of disconnected from your intuition. Okay, so I feel like this is something really deep. Like it's almost deeper than I can really wrap my head around, especially with the programming, reborn, and explosive power keywords here. This could have to do something with core beliefs, core programs in your psyche playing out. And then with this card, is my pursuit both honorable and focused? This is like asking you a reflective question, like a check-in question. Are you acting from a place of integrity in all layers of your psyche? Okay, I'm gonna pull some more cards. What does you being in your integrity look like? And what does you behaving from this disconnected place look like? Integrity. Okay, yeah. And then disconnected. Alrighty, so people-pleasing, enabling, disconnected, and then patient, contemplative, connected. So what came out for what it looks like for you to be in integrity is the Two of Swords, the Hermit, and the Four of Wands. So strong message here about patience. I think that this is really trying to empower you in your contemplative energy, and this is saying you are so thoughtful, you are so considerate, you are gifted with patience, discernment, and the ability to hear yourself so deeply. This is a gift, and this is a version of what being in integrity for you could look like. And then with the Four of Wands coming out over here, when you listen to, honor, and respect your focus, and when you, just with the programming and the reborn energy, when you can go deep inside, dive deep inside, and understand what is at play, what is influencing your mind, your emotions, your behaviors, your decisions, your perspectives, you will explode with power. And as a result of this patient, contemplative, honest energy, like the world, what am I trying to say? The world revolves around you. Like, you are the center of your universe. And you are allowed to take the space that you need, actually, to figure out what is right, what is true, what is the truth. And as a result of that, you're gonna attract a sense of warmth and belongingness and community. And this also represents marriage. So you just respect yourself. You give yourself the time and the patience that you need. That's integrity. And being out of integrity for you looks like how would I put this into words? Being out of integrity. Being out of integrity for you looks like lying to yourself that you have everything, or that you feel connected to something that you actually don't. Because at your core, you are a really intuitive, emotionally intelligent, rich, deep person. But just because you are so rich and deep of a person doesn't mean that you are this like always connected, like you can find connection, you can find fulfillment, you can find this deep nourishment connection from anything. It's with the Two of Cups, and then we have the Tower here. So it's like, this is just saying, yes, you have this gift, you have this profound gift of emotional depth, emotional intelligence, and spiritual connection to everything. But that is not who you are. It's not who you are to be connected with everything all the time. You're still a person. You still need a particular kind of foundation to operate from, to live your life off of. Like, how do I put this into words? You don't need to be everywhere all the time. You don't need to be everything for everyone. You don't need to be so deeply connected to things, to circumstances, to ideas that aren't really who you are. Because the more you put this energy in a place that is not giving back to you, not reciprocating, then over and over you're gonna get stuck, and it's gonna fail. So this is in a sense, this could be a lesson about like subconscious boundaries, and identifying what the most efficient of service use of your energy is, kind of. So I don't know, it's very interesting. I'm gonna pull one more card for a final message, final bit of advice. I also feel like relief and release is coming very soon for you. Okay, so we have the King of Wands and the Empress. So yeah, this is just reminding you to stay attuned to what brings you harmony, and to fiercely protect and guard your intuitive, creative, feminine prowess energy, whether you're a man or a woman or what. Doesn't matter what gender you are, but this energy here, this dynamic, to me speaks about protecting, fiercely guarding something precious, vulnerable, life-giving, and connected. You have this capacity to connect with everything and anything, but you need to respect and honor how you're connecting and what you're allowing in. And, paying attention to your programs, your defaults. And then with the glimmers thing, it's like, pay attention to the things that bring you glimmers, so that you know what you need to protect, so that you know what you need to put your energy into and what you need to guard yourself from. So that's what I get from that. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonate with this, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to help my channel. If you want to work with me personally, I do offer personal readings of many different kinds, and the information for all of them is in the description. I do bunches of tarot readings. I do intuitive body art scans where I scan your field. And yeah, I also have upcoming workshops, courses, things like this. All the information for everything is in the description. So again, check it out. And yeah, thank you so much again for being here, for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.